Retro anime. How did we find it? How does it hold up? Unpacking the ins and outs of being an old school nerd and proving that 80s kids can't remember a damn thing right. These are the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd.
Welcome to Mindless Midlife Musings of the Anime Nerd. I'm Rick, and I'm joined by the rest of our panel, Vic, Lynette, and Brian. Hello, everyone.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, people.
Well, in today's episode, we traverse the globe hunting for the lost treasure Rido, or Lido, or...
Not Lido deck, not to be confused with Lido.
As we join forces with Liot, or Riot in Ladius Le Deus. Man, fuck this translation. All right, so
The
Makio
two.
Gaiden...
It felt so much easier for me to call it the two.
Makio Gaiden Le Deus, also known as Demon Frontier Legend Le Deus, also known as Demon Legend Le Deus, also known as Ladius, also known as Radius, also known as fuck this translation. Le Deus is a 1987 sci-fi OVA produced by Toho and Ashi Productions and directed by Hiroshi Negishi. Le Deus never made it to the US. There was no VHS, no dub, no localization. It lived entirely in the tape trading underground, which honestly kind of fits the vibe of an OVA about chasing forbidden relics. Nevertheless, yeah. So
Apparently, it was really big in the Bahamas.
the plot is as follows. In a post-apocalyptic world, the treasure hunter Riot and his pretty sidekicks are searching for the Eyes of Zalem, which they hope will guide them to the Rido, the treasure of a long-lost Qual civilization, a limitless energy source. The Rido has the power to even restore life. But unfortunately for Riot, the evil Demsters, more on that name later, are after it too.
Downstairs.
This...
Okay, all right.
So,
First of
the
all,
reason... We really do, yes, go. First of all.
I'm sorry. First of all, what part of this scream demon? I think I missed that.
Yeah, right. So the reason why this translation was so rough is because this never saw an official release. So what we watched was a fan sub. And honestly, some fan subs are pretty rough. This is an example of a really rough one. And a lot of times there's a lot of problems with transliteration. R's and L's are a problem for translations.
Yeah, without an official anything, it's like, is it this? Is it that?
This version really
Granted, the title, the title screen was in English. It
yes.
said Le Deus. It's like,
Dead.
so for some of the,
Yeah.
some of the versions on the market that said Ladius.
Yep.
It's just hilarious to me.
It is something else, yeah. So
Well,
this
what-
is going to get a lot of confusion for us.
all right. So,
Try and make it through.
are we basically saying? Are we just? And I think it's gonna. You heard of me. Are we saying that it's possible that this entire time the L's and the R's got confused?
This happens a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, when there isn't an official, it happens.
Yeah. I'm going to give you an example that is actually irrelevant to my fandom, right? My top anime of all time. The character's name is Milia. When they translate it over, they call her Miria. L and R. It's a thing, man. And it's so common.
So L and R gives.
They
Do we
happens
know why
all the
this happens? Is it because is a kanji character for them?
It's
close?
it's a spoken language issue. Or not an
Yeah.
issue, but it's a difference.
I don't think they have L in their language.
No, not. No.
Right. They don't have an
Well,
L.
it's
They have R.
kind of like they have a combo.
Yeah.
One of my Japanese teachers say the ra is an L and an R at the same time.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls out
So
of
it's Road to
mouth.
El Dorado. Both is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how the writer of the word wants it, it could be one or the other.
So a lot of times the translations get a little screwy, especially fan ones. This definitely suffered from that. So despite that, we're going to try and make it through this episode. I'm going to try my best not to keep bouncing between L's and R's in the names of the characters as we go, but I'm sorry in advance to it.
Now,
It's
we
bad.
are saying that based on the fan sub of what we just got,
Yeah.
the character's name is Liot.
Correct. However, in every other thing I've seen, his name is the more appropriately said
Riot.
Riot,
Right.
which is what I will be calling him.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm glad we're getting this out the way.
And it is not Lido like the Lido deck of your favorite cruise line. It is Rido. That's what I'm going
Rido.
with. That's what I'm going with. We'll just see how this goes.
So we're basically algebraic substitution.
Yep.
Whenever we see an L, we're going to put an R on there.
Almost every time. I am keeping it with Zalem because Zalem is it sounds right. It's fine. All right. So
Okay.
here we go.
We have nobody to tell us different, so we have to.
That's right. So this anime is from 1987. It is very indicative of 1980s anime. It is striking visuals. All right, and the anime opens with striking visuals. You got this beautifully rendered tree, these glowing birds. They're talking about a jewel called the Eye of Zalem, and there's apparently more of them than just the one, which we find out as we go, kind of thing.
Right. That right there is we find out as we go.
This anime is we find out as we go. That is this anime. That's
Look,
I
got
Well, the first thing is I want to know where he shops for his armbands because I want that armband.
More on that.
Is it a bandage? Is it a whip? What is it?
Guys,
And it slices, it dices, it cuts holes in water. We just got.
listen,
I want one.
he was obviously part of the Japanese Olympic rhythmic gymnastics team.
clearly.
That's what this is.
So let's paint the picture.
Yeah.
Right. We need to talk about the fact that the runtime of this movie of this OVA is 48 minutes.
Right.
And the first 4 minutes is
The
a
opening
song.
credits. The opening credits.
Right.
So
That
what
time-
my
That
note,
time
Brian, was
so used for something else.
oh my god, they really needed it. Yeah. So my note was the only indicator that a giant robot is coming in this anime is that there's a face shot at the beginning of the opening credits. That's it. They make no indication whatsoever that this is going to be a thing until the third act when it's suddenly a thing. And that's
We don't
this
even call
whole
it
anime.
the third act. No, that's not the third act. That's the. I don't even want to call that a third act.
It was the last 10 minutes of any Japanese horror movie. All the stuff is crammed right at the end.
Everything.
Yeah, if anybody saw the audition, the audition, that's what it.
So I called these guys the Dementors the entire time instead of Dumpsters because that's what it felt like to me. This anime opens with the Dementors roughing up an old dude with a Hulk Hogan mustache, and they've got decent enough armor designs. Like they're interesting, a little Sentai-ish kind of look to them. And then they convince some young dude to tell them where the Eye of Zalem is. And he's like, I gave it to Riot. And they're like, well, where the fuck's this guy? So they tell him where to go. And then they cut away. And this is the thing. This is consistent for this anime. Every scene is a short, concise scene that does not lead to the next scene. Not every time.
But
If I had to go ahead.
But when the next scene comes,
Yeah.
they give you a bit of information that could have been explained in the previous scene.
I don't disagree with you there. To me, so as I watched this anime, I got this feeling, and what it felt like to me is one of two things happened. This was either like they felt like video game cutscenes, like you were supposed to be playing a level, and then you get a little bit of animated information.
Yeah, I can see that because it felt disjointed. It felt like there should have been more.
Right. And then you're like playing another, like you play a whole level and then you get to another bit of animation. You get this animation cutscene and you're like, oh, that seems oddly relevant to the game I should be playing, but I'm not playing. And like, this is some Sega CD shit waiting to happen. And it never happened. Right. So to me, that's how it felt. It was either that, right? Or they wanted to make a series. They were given the budget to make one movie. And they said, let's squeeze in all of our plot points into the one movie.
I actually had it that this was a. I felt like I was watching, and we've seen these before. We watched the OVA, like Pat Labor.
Sure.
You know, say Pat Labor is supposed to be maybe not Pat Labor, but where they just took bits and pieces out of a
existing
existing series, and they splice it together to make a movie.
Sure. Got you. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it
Compilation movie is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, compilation movie. Compilation movie.
Yeah.
I
It
saw
could
it.
easily
I
have been
saw it
that
as the Cliff Notes version of a series, right?
It's
You
the
know,
short
like
version.
yeah, right. You get the Cliff Notes version of Romeo and Juliet. 9
Right.
times out of 10, you're not going to get the full plot or whatever. Or they do the Cliff Notes version of War and Peace, and they're just going to kind of pull out the important bits. And
It really, it
There you
felt like
go.
that. It did. It felt very disjointed. And so as we jump through this, listeners, we're not depriving you of information. We were deprived of information as we go through. So we immediately jump to Riot meeting Yuta, who is running a trinket shop in some town in some place that has a name that I didn't bother to write down because it doesn't matter. In fact, like Brian likes to say, we ain't got time for that. It doesn't matter. There's a lot in this that doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, this
I'm
whole
gonna talk
fucking
Oh,
this
it
whole
doesn't matter
damn.
because, again, it's disjointed.
Yeah. So he goes to see her and he wants this Eye of Zalem thing. And apparently so do the Dementors because they crash the joint and there's a fight that ensues. And in this, I just want to call out, and I wrote it just because it made me laugh a little. They have a globe, and the globe plays a pivotal part of the fight scene that happens here. But the thing about the globe was it's clearly Earth. Like there's South America, there's Africa, but then they just added continents. So it was the regular globe as we know it, but like where Hawaii was a whole other fucking like continent. Like it was just funny to me that they're being ambiguous enough that it's like, is this Earth? It's definitely not Earth, but it's also like it's kind of Earth. So anyway, it was just a thing. And
Well, you hit me with the post-apocalypse.
right, that's what the
World.
description to the anime says. But until that point, until I read the description that said it's a post-apocalyptic world, I was like, we're on another world. Because there's just like nothing earthly about this.
Right?
At least in my opinion. Anyway, so it's clearly Earth with some continents on it. Here's the thing. But this is the thing, right? So he has this conversation with her about the Eye of Zalem thing, the Dementors come in with it, and then we cut. And we're in a different cutscene. It cuts to Kaiser, the appropriately named Big Bad.
Hold on.
his last name is Soze.
Before it goes over there,
Yeah.
Mm.
you remember when we just talked about how they are supposed to give you information? Apparently,
Yeah.
this is not their first run-in with Riot.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
apparently
has
they
been-
have some history, but
Right.
that's
We
all we
ain't
know.
got time for that.
Ain't got time for that. Nope.
All right, I just
Yeah.
want to point that out.
You're right.
It's not
Yes.
like-
So we cut to Kaiser, who is sitting in his throne room. But apparently he has a big bad that he reports to with ridiculous hair. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but that was not his suit. His hair is like a mushroom, and then it comes in. That wasn't his suit. That was his
That
hair.
wasn't a headdress?
That
I
was all
thought
his
I
hair.
thought they were trying to do all Egyptian stuff. I was like, how?
The
What?
hair was like it was his hair. Anyway, it was wild. But you know what the most important part about this guy that Kaiser reports to is? You never fucking hear from him again. And you never fucking know his name, and you
Ever.
never fucking know what his deal is because
Yeah, it
it
is 30
doesn't
seconds
fucking
of screen time, and that's it.
We ain't got time. You ain't got time.
And then we cut back to Riot. Now, at this point, he's taking the fight outside, and I'm really happy for him because it's ribbon time, baby. So he uses his
did you plan that? That's what you were going to say that in your notes. Ribbon time.
ribbon time. Hell yeah, it's ribbon time.
Now,
So he
that
uses
wasn't
his-
impromptu. That was
No,
what
no,
you
sir.
wanted to go.
No, he is his rhythmic gymnastics team skills to take on the armored Dementors, and he does it with gusto. The twins who were with him, the annoyingly named Seneca and Spike, I don't know. It feels racist, but I'm gonna let it go. They use some exploding marbles, and it pisses him off. And for some reason, it deters the guys who are fully armored. They leave.
What do they call it? Like happy
Color is scary.
happy puppies,
just-
or happy pepples, or whatever.
Again,
There was just like, and he says that they're only used for like crucial moments. I was like, dude,
Right.
it's rainbow sparkles.
they're
What are
smoke
you?
bombs. They're colored smoke bombs, buddy. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. It's not that hard. Like,
Like,
nevertheless.
when she threw it, and her sister went, "Don't do that." I was expecting like bomb explosion,
Something.
not
Yeah.
rainbow bright. I mean,
It
look,
was It was like you were doing a color run. Like it's like so thick, the color power. Like, all right.
I personally thought it was dehydrated Sailor Scouts.
It is post-apocalyptic. I mean, they didn't make it.
Right.
So
Right.
No, she would have been the white
It's
death,
just
and we can't do
terrible.
white deaths.
So he uses his rhythmic gymnastic skills and colored pellets to deter these fully armored warriors. And his reward for doing so is he gets a bill for the damages to the shop, and he gets the Eye of Zalem.
Yep.
But they just really left really easy, like
Super easy, barely
saw the-
inconvenient.
barely inconvenience. Oh my gosh, they hitting us with rainbow
Like,
dandruff.
"Look,
We got the
These
fuck
guys
out
have
of here.
Technicolor. Everyone run! Like that was it. I just
Maybe
I
they're all
don't-
colorblind and they didn't know what it was.
I just whatever that is. Does it work on ice? I don't know. Like I need to know what these are.
That was my
because
thought. That was my immediate
it was
thought.
amazing.
We need some
just-
of those rainbow bright pebbles.
Amazing. It's amazing shit. I don't know. So he gets the Eye of Zalem. They're all thrilled, and then she's like, "But I got one condition," and you're like, "Okay,
What's the condition?
whatever." And then they don't tell you. They just cut away. So they cut away, and we get another cutscene. And in this cutscene, they got this giant upside down statue girl thing that Kaiser's like talking in front of, because this is like the Oracle. He's already where they need to be, which is interesting to me.
Because
Um,
didn't Riot say that they needed to find it because they don't know where it is?
That's what I thought. Anyway, doesn't matter. We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for that. Like we thought this was his headquarters.
The
but he's
upside down,
actually,
and he had time to set up a throne. Like it's a whole thing. The upside down statue thing is exceptionally excessive, but I appreciate exceptionally excessive. Like any
Yeah,
ancient culture is going to have giants. Doesn't matter. So what we get now after that short, brief stay with the giant statue head thing is a travel montage. Yay, travel montage. We get
with
to
music.
with music. We get the twins making Yuta eat what is called Giga fruit. I said Giga, not anything else. We're calling it Giga fruit. And this will be important later. This is an important plot device. Later on, they're
Surprisingly.
swimming in the ocean. They're having a good time. And then you find out they're playing with their pet Puru.
Yes.
Which we have no idea
Like
what that is.
I have no idea.
No,
The sea monster?
no,
Submarine?
no,
I have no idea.
snap. Where do they keep it? Does it eat food? You don't get anything. You just get like,
We got
Puru,
time
go
for it.
higher. We
do
ain't got
not have
time.
time.
And then Pudu like breaches and swims off, and you're like, that's Godzilla. Like, what is that? And then it leaves. And you're like, where do you keep? Do you call it? Like, how do you like? What is it? I just had all the questions, but we ain't got time for that.
I had a ton of questions. I was like, how
I
is
have
this
so many
pet?
questions.
I don't
Right.
understand.
So then you get Riot's motivation dump where he's like, my sister's in this, like, I don't know, it's like a coma. or some shit, and he needs the Rido to save her because it can also save her. So we've got more than just he wants treasure; he wants to save his sister, and
He's
this
got
is
the
really
elixir of
important
life.
motivation for him. It's like the tree of life. He's going to save his sister with this thing. This
And
matters to him tremendously.
and we also find out that from what's the girl's name?
Which one, Utah?
Utah.
Yeah,
Utah hates the Jigger fruit because
she hates it.
apparently
Tastes like shit.
it's not made for human consumption.
It's
And
not.
that's when we find out that
That's
Pika and
Seneca.
Seneca.
Seneca and
Speaker. Yeah,
they are actually they're not
bioroids.
android.
yeah.
They're bioroids.
They're bioroids. They're fucking bioroids because of course they are. Are we going to talk about that more? No, we are not. We don't have time for that
No, not.
Because we don't even know what to talk about there.
So
Ladies and
It's a-
gentlemen, hold on. I gotta say this.
go ahead.
I have, for the longest time of us doing this podcast, I have always said that we really need to do this video because you cannot see how much I'm rolling my eyes on just audio.
It is maddening, but I'll tell you more as we you'll learn more as we go. So after this little info dump thing, well, you won't learn more about this anime. I'm gonna have to. Anyway, so now, they have these cool. I will give credit where credit's due. The mechanical design in this is very interesting, right? So they have this vehicle that they ride in, and it's kind of like on a giant ball.
Yeah.
So it's a ship that's amphibious. So it's it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Like, I don't hate
You know
that.
what? You know what it gave me feelings of? It felt like something out of the same awe that I have for like Plastic Little
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
in their design. I
Yeah.
had in this ship design right here. So
Same.
I give them credit.
Yeah, same. The mechanical design in this is actually really interesting, and they have a lot of concepts that you're just like, that's pretty cool. This little ship of theirs is pretty cool. So there's a little ship thing, and they arrive where they're trying to go, and Utah's like, hey, there's pillars in the water or some shit. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all because at this point the Dementors come back, and now they've got mechs.
Yes.
So they capture Utah with little to any trouble whatsoever.
Merely an
And-
inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. And they take the Eye of Zalem. They get Riot to give them the Eye of Zalem. They attack anyway, but they also get away. Now, I, having never seen this anime before, did not know, but after having seen the anime, I thought to myself, reflecting on this moment, this would have been a really great time to use like a giant robot of your own. I mean, if you had one.
Right.
But in this case, you don't have one. You theoretically, so you get in your little bubble bike ship thing and you give chase because that's all you can do, because it's not like you have a giant robot that you could maybe fight these other giant mechs with.
You ain't got time for that.
So because you do not have access to a giant robot of your own, you must hop into your
you
little
can only chase.
It's not like you can just yell out the name of a mech and it fucking comes. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
you don't have one.
Look,
So he
look,
has to
these
hop
things
into his
don't-
ship.
Well, yeah, this
Yeah.
thing does not
Like that
have-
level
does
of
not come in
convenience
to-
doesn't happen.
It just doesn't. So unfortunately for Riot, he has to hop in his ball ship thing and he has to chase after. He has to give chase. And that's fine. Unfortunate, but it is a situation. And again, I like the design of this ship. I like the design of this world. I like a lot about what I'm seeing visually. Like, I don't dislike a lot of this. So now we find out that the Jigo fruit is a tracking device. Sort of. So
It can
Maybe.
kind
Depends
of
off
be.
a radioactive isotope.
apparently when you eat Jigo fruit, it's like eating
You drank the tea. You shouldn't have drank the
Yeah,
tea.
like, I don't. And apparently, until it gets through your system, which takes like 3 to 4 days, you
You're
can be
radioactive.
found. Like, let's just follow the Jiggerfruit signature. No big deal. Anyway, so
Tell me a thing.
this is where you get to the most gut wrenching part of the film, because Yuta is imprisoned. She's captured
Yeah.
and she's imprisoned, and we get a full 3 to 4 minute musical interlude of her misery being in prison.
And they're introducing people that we've never seen except for the handlebar guy. They made
So
him
that's
young.
it's
And
so
it's supposed to
necessary.
pull at your heartstrings. And I'm like, wait a minute, we could use this time to kind of
Just
plan something.
We
anything.
do not have
Different
time.
exposition. Give us some exposition.
Something.
Where are the old children? We need the old children.
So
Wow.
Kaiser's
Is this the
standing in
person?
front of his upside down statue
Is this
deity
the
thing.
person you want to be in 2026, Lynette? This is the person you want to bring Akira in
I mean,
2026. I don't believe you.
honestly,
She had a
anything,
valid point, and you know it.
anything would improve the narrative. That's all I'm saying. So Kaiser,
Ponyo?
he's anything would improve it. Ponyo would have kicked ass in this. Look at all that water. She'd own this shit. She'd have been
With her
hugging
little-
motherfuckers. It would have been
A
over.
little boat.
So Kaiser, he realizes that he gets his lenses things in place, and he tries to open the door, and he realizes that the door won't open for him. He needs a person of this heritage to open the door, and he immediately insists on getting Yuta out of prison and bringing her over.
Where
Brian?
he basically has already figured out that she is the priestess,
Right.
or a descendant
Of the bloodline, yeah.
of the bloodline.
Right.
That's the first question. And the second thing we want to talk about is how, in regards to how traumatic that montage that we just talked about was.
Yeah.
It put her into a trance. And we
I
don't know.
I have it in my notes. She's in a fucking trance. What is that? Where did that come
laughing.
from?
And
That
we don't
prison
know how
cell
to
must
help.
have been
Didn't
so
explain- okay,
traumatizing.
so
You know what?
so
She was
I
probably
wasn't
actually
the
there for
only
8
one. I
hours
had
with the
to
music
rewind.
playing nonstop.
Oh my gosh. I actually rewound because I thought I missed
I
like
missed
some
it.
super
did
mojo
the
that
same.
Kaiser did.
Yep.
Like did he Vulcan mind meld her or something? What happened? Nothing.
We don't have
Nothing.
time.
None of that.
Don't have. She's in a trance. You know what?
Yes, that was missing.
This happened in the middle of level 7. It was on screen text while you were fighting, villain number 7. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. If you didn't play the game, how can you know? So anyway,
If you didn't see the series, that's your
Jeez.
fucking fault.
Seriously, she's in some kind of trance, and she walks up and she helps him she's gonna help him open the door, whatever. So Riot, this is my favorite part of the anime. God damn it! So Riot decides he's gonna sneak into the base. So
Yes.
Bro,
he and
bro,
Seneca,
I'm
Say it.
with you.
Say it.
Seneca and Spica are his partners in crime. They create a little diversion, and he uses ribbon time, and he
Yes.
lassos himself into the base, and he hops up, climbs up the thing, and he just misses being caught by the guards. And he hops through the window, and he lands in a room
In
full
more
of guards.
guards.
It's in a room full of guards.
Pulls a
Or
Han
ribbon
Solo.
time. So
Now,
ribbon time's this shit.
with this ribbon time, he actually dispatches them, but he
He
kicks
does.
2 of them out.
Yeah, which
No,
alerts the ones outside.
Yeah.
But he does have good gymnastic skills. I mean, it reminded
does.
me a lot of
But who
Will
hasn't
Ferrell?
been- which one of us has not been playing a video game that has required stuff just to knock somebody into the line of sight?
Oh,
He
come on. You
fucking
know,
landed.
it's just like in Star Wars when Han Solo enters the room and all the stormtroopers
Absolutely.
are there.
That is
No,
absolutely the
You
vibe they were
dispatch
going
those
for.
guys. I felt like it was like when I'm playing Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And stealth, just to knock somebody out, and the next you know, everybody sees it, and now you're in the world
Like
of
you
hurt.
knocked them out and you
That's it.
forgot to turn around to see if there was anyone else around.
Somebody
you're in the
freaking
hurt
yeah,
locker.
yeah, it's it. It's done.
I felt I've been there. I just
laughed out
never
loud.
animated that situation
Yeah.
into real life.
I
would've-
laughed
that
out
made
loud.
me laugh.
It was
when I
my
saw
favorite.
that. I was like,
This bitch was the thing that I thought of. Anyway, so Seneca and Spica, they actually know how to do some fighting. They don't just throw colored smoke bombs. They actually do some fighting and they help them out or whatever. So they're like,
Their
is
fighting is limited to Kia and a back fist.
absolutely judo chop. Anyway, so it's about it. So
The extent.
that's because that's not their power. They just wonder
that's not
twin
their
power
power. They
activate,
just-
and that's
they're-
it.
They're
I'm very.
sex
I
toys.
like the way you said that is not their power.
No, it is not.
Mm-mm.
It's a
Couple,
feature.
couple. Yeah, we'll find that out in the future.
Kaiser and Utah take the water vader down to the catacombs, and down there's booby traps and shit. It's
Water
fine.
Vader or water later?
A water vader, because it's an up and down thing. It's not like it's going
Like-
diagonal.
Fair enough.
So it's
Okay.
a water
Okay.
vader.
Water
So
Vader.
yeah,
Okay.
they take the water vader. So then our hero, Riot, can't get through the water vader. The doors to the water vader he can't.
Because it's
So-
high pressure water.
It's
yeah.
high
Mhm.
pressure. Yeah,
Yes.
he can't. So he figures it out using his brain and the power of ribbon time.
Of a ribbon.
And he ribbon times.
Is-
Ribbon times the
Can I
water.
say- Can I just say my only problem with that part is ribbon time does not connect to anything. It really just goes up into the air.
I don't know what does it hang
And
to?
it creates a perfect circle opening from the go
Circle.
through.
Ribbon time. And
For
the
like
water
5
doesn't.
seconds.
Not like an oval, from
No.
the top all the way. No. Just a circle
No.
perfectly with no
Ribbon time.
separation anywhere else.
Do not
and it
question
keeps
ribbon
the
time.
water from going up for like 5 seconds.
Look, we are spending way too
Just
much
enough time for him to jump through. That's why I said I need his ribbon. Like, could you imagine if Naruto had that ribbon?
Over. Game over, man. Game over.
Oh no, if Sasuke had it, they wouldn't
Nah.
have won. I mean,
No,
that
no.
would it would
If
have been
Rock
the end of
Lee
the
had
world.
had it. If Rock Lee had
Yes,
it.
if
Yes.
Brock Lee would have had it, because he already had a ribbon trick. You give him
Y'all, ribbon time. You got the ribbon time. There's no defeating ribbon time.
This is the most amount of discussion that has been on this ribbon in life.
This is probably I was gonna say I agree. This is probably more discussion about plot than they had while animating the movie.
Right,
so,
right.
Yes.
right.
so he uses ribbon time to get into the water vader, and he makes his way downstairs. And it doesn't matter. They're making their way past the booby traps and shit. The booby traps are not important. They shouldn't even be there. They're not even an inconvenience. And they arrive at Rido, and the Rido is it's a big ass pearl. It's literally
glowy
sitting in a
ball.
thing. It's
Yeah,
just a
I
big
thought
ass-
it was the tree, but
I thought it was a tree too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, that could explain.
I was-
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
cool.
oh, they
And
filled
then
the
just on the
tree,
tree. Everyone's looking at the
tree
tree. They
of
show
life,
the tree, and
and the tree's like in the intro at the beginning, so I was like, oh, it's the
Yeah.
tree. And then they pan down and it's the fucking pearl. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Like, what is he looking at? Is
What-
that a
what is
button?
that?
Does
Like,
he
that
need
was
to
my
does,
thought
does he have
verbatim.
to does he hit that to make the tree do a thing? Like what no.
Okay, I wasn't the only one. I was like,
no, I
he's
thought it
gonna
was
hit
a fucking tree.
it.
So-
What's happening?
Kaiser grabs the pearl like a dumbass. Because, he
Yes.
can't open the door and he needs someone of the bloodline, but clearly he'll be able to touch the treasure because
he's
anyway.
never seen Indiana Jones.
exactly he
I'm so
picks it up.
glad, dude. I'm so glad you said that. I am so glad you said that because I felt like what was Sheldon's wife's name?
I only know the actress. I forget her name.
I don't
Oh,
think
Amy
it matters
Farrah
right now,
Fowler?
Brian.
Amy Farrah Fowler. That was
Amy Farrah Fowler.
Yeah.
I felt like Amy Farrah Fowler at that point when he
She
gets
talks about Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
when
when
she
talked
says
about
he didn't
Indiana
have to be in the movie at all. And
right? Because if everything they would have did, he really served their purpose.
Oh,
Especially after he gave them the Eye of Valor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think they're clowning us. I think Amy
Right.
Farrah Fowler is clowning us right now.
So, yeah, he grabs the pearl. He does not leave a sack of sand in its place, and this does not pay out well for him because everything goes to hell. And then Riot shows up, and Riot has a critical piece of information that we didn't know he had. He knew the whole time that you couldn't take the Rido out of the water. You needed the Rido to be in the water. You took it out of the water? Why did you do that? My God, you're so fucking dumb, bro. Like, what do you need? Like, what do you need?
Direct translation.
And-
That's
and Kaiser's
exactly
just
the
like,
way.
Bitch, please. Like, it's so funny because at no point how did he have this now? Anyway, he knew it, and the priest chick Yuta didn't. Like, it's just
She didn't know it. Yeah.
Anyway.
He was looking at the tree too.
Right. She was like, wow, that's a nice Rido. What's this glowy ball? Anyway. So Kaiser crushed, right? The whole thing came down. Kaiser gets crushed. You're like, oh, there goes Kaiser. And that's all you got to say about that. So, because clearly when a 5,000-pound boulder falls on you, you're dead. So,
You're dead.
and then we get to another bit that made me laugh. They are escaping. This place is literally crumbling down around them. And that is by far the calmest dialogue I've ever heard during an escape scene. They are talking like they're just hanging out in a room together. She's like, but I thought you needed the Lido for your sister. He's like, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just find another one. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
There's more?
Then another one?
Where are you going? Your whole motivation was to get this to save your sister. He said, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just find another one. Bitch, why didn't you start with another one? Why did you have to come to the hardest one that you couldn't take out of the water? Like, what are you doing?
I was like, did the mean fish hit you? When
You had
were
other
trying
options? Like, what is that? Anyway.
You ain't got time.
So it's the calmest dialogue. He's like, oh, no big deal. Like, they're not even like huffing as they're doing the voice recording, which
No.
made me laugh because it's chaos.
Because it just takes away the urgency of it.
Yeah, it did. It took me out of it. It really did.
Yeah.
So he gets outside and he tells the girls, call Pudu. I'm like, okay, what's he going to do? Swim on them? Like,
No, because this is important because
yeah.
Because they've removed the Lido.
Yeah.
Because they removed it, it has completely destabilized the entire.
Yeah, the entire.
So as a result, the temple is now being submerged in water. The whole because they're underground. I want to call it Hollow Earth,
right? Yeah, it's like a Hollow Earth. There you go, Hollow Earth. And it is. It's collapsing, right? The water is like flowing in, and he's just like, call Pudu. And I'm like, you have ships. Like, you have a ship. Like, you arrived in. What are you gonna like? You gonna climb inside Pudu like fucking Pinocchio? Like, what? Why are you calling your pet? And how do you call your? Just again, all the questions. We don't have time. They call Pudu.
Nope.
And all of a sudden, Pudu's like, it's like moving.
Not the Dory, like, not Dory.
They called Pudu. So anyway, the mechas attack again. So the Dementors, they're in their mechs and they attack again. And then they fire all these things and oh shit, Riot is trapped.
Do we call them mecha mentors now?
Yeah, we can call them that at this point. That's kind of what they are. Riot is trapped in his little ball cart thing, and they're stuck. And it's him and all three girls. And Riot is this smirk on his face, this smug son of a bitch. And he stands up out of his thing, and he just says, Le Deus!
And his cheek lights up.
Right, and his cheek lights up. And at this point,
who's there? And they just watch him.
They wait. At this point, Pudu,
How does that transform?
the organic giant whale thing, has a hole in his stomach open up, and a fucking mech comes out of it. So Pudu is not just their pet. Pudu is, an aircraft carrier. So
I mean, he literally just cropped the mech out.
Like, it just,
Yes, he did.
just drops, and then it
He
walks
dropped
out
the
of a
juice.
it dropped. Jesus Christ, Lynette. God damn it.
What'd she say?
You win
Drop
the
the
internet
deuce.
today, dear. It dropped Le Deus.
Pudu
Pudu dropped
the
the deuce. Deuce. You win the internet. That's it. We're done.
Oh,
That's a wrap.
perfect.
We're just done.
I think that's how we got the name. Roll
That's
credit.
So everybody's standing there waiting for the, why did he just call out Le Deus? That's weird. Like, some Deus Ex Machina is going to come save him. Oh, wait, it is.
Yes.
So this very intricately well-designed mech, I'm not going to slight it.
Yes.
It's cool looking.
It is awesome.
Walks through the water, and he beams up, like, into Le Deus. And Le Deus it's a very badass looking mech. And the badass robot does badass things. They have a badass fight sequence. He punches holes in bitches. It's cool. It's really cool.
I liked it. The scene was great.
They win the day. It was cool. And then you find out Kaiser not crushed. Kaiser also has a mech. Okay.
Not
Kaiser
only is
shows
he
up
like
again.
not crushed, but he had like 0 damage.
Zero.
Right?
0 damage. And he shows up in his own mech.
Look,
Mhm.
hold on. We got to put some respect on Kaiser. We have been talking about him like he's small.
He's
We're
a
talking
minion.
about, look,
He's henchman number 1.
Look, but he is fifth of the North Star.
He is. He's
level
absolutely.
Oh,
size.
come on. The only good
He's-
Kaiser is a Wolfgang Krauser.
Okay,
That's Krauser. Never mind.
Those are his attacks. So Kaiser is absolutely Rao the Conqueror big. He's a
Yeah.
big,
Oh, yeah.
With a
just a North
tiny
Star
head.
looking dude.
Very
And a-
par
and
for the
a-
course for that time period, actually.
Absolutely. He's got the X scar thing. Like he screams 80s anime villain. He's fantastic.
Like he can take a boulder hitting him in his head.
He absolutely
I would
should
give
have
him
and
that.
did. He did. He absolutely
Yeah, he even had a target on it and everything.
Yeah, it's
The
and
boulder
and
knew where to
he-
hit.
Then this entire time that the other fight's happening, he had to get the boulder off of him, escape from the entirely collapsed temple that he was
himself off.
stuck in.
You gotta
dust himself-
forget he had to
find.
dust
He had to go
himself
get his mech. He had to go get his mech.
Or he
It's not
called
like
it,
he
you
just
know,
went outside and said Kaiserbot, and all of a sudden it just
Yeah, he
appeared
didn't
from a
call it.
whale's
All of a
ass.
s-
Like
he had to go
he
get
just
it.
had it.
No. He called Puta, and Puta got the
That's right. Puta dropped a Kaiser roll, and so then Kaiser, he's got his mech. He just got a mech all of a sudden, all right? And it's stylish as fuck. It's black and red with silver
Yes.
accents. It's a nice, like he did not skimp. He paid for the kit upgrade. Like he did good.
Puta
It was a
dropped the
Lamborghini
Kaiser
versus
roll.
Ferrari.
Oh my
That's what
God.
that was.
That was it.
Oh my God, that was funny as shit.
So they have more mecha battle now. So it's now Kaiser versus Riot in their mechs, and it's cool shit. I cannot fault the fights. The mecha battles are neat. They're well done. They're kinetic. This fast moving. I like the action. It's a lot of fun. There are no stakes because you don't fucking care about any of these people really, but it's still cool. And now
No,
the
no,
twins.
But Kaiser
What?
is upset because he's tired of Riot getting over him.
Without a doubt. Who
And
wouldn't
that's
be?
what's driving his emotional for the battle.
His arc is I hate losing.
Mhm.
to you.
To you. So now he activates. Now Riot activates the twins, and you find out the twins' true purpose, their sole purpose in life, the only thing for which the twins were manufactured, and why they are with him.
Mecha steroids.
They're power batteries for his mech. That's
They're
it.
Wonder
They're
Twins.
power up. He
Power
absorbs the
battery.
Wonder.
No, I actually
Yeah.
feel like he's more mecha steroid because they make
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
muscles bigger.
They do. They make
he gets
the mech more
yeah.
powerful. They do,
Yeah.
absolutely. And with the Wonder Twins in his mech, he can now form Blazing Sword, which he immediately does.
Yes.
And there's more badass mecha action. Now, my only question at this point is, if your Wonder Twin Bioroids that you keep with you that are clearly your sex pets or whatever they are, and they're actually secretly power up batteries for your mech that nobody knows you have, why do you intentionally put those things that are extremely important in harm's way?
What?
Like he's always just like, they're here with me.
Right?
They don't need to be. They're not very good at fighting. They suck at stealth. Like, what are you doing? Leave them in the mech. Is it like you can't leave the battery plugged in because it goes bad kind of thing? Like, I don't. It's good.
I think it's. I think you can't leave the battery in there. I actually think you're 100% correct on that one.
It's
I
like you
will
don't
also
store the
point
car
out-
with gas. I don't know.
I will also point out that you said what they were. They're sex bots.
I mean, they are right.
He
Come on.
can't have sex with them in the
if they're
mech.
left in
He-
if they're left in the mech. I guess.
Yeah, you're right. So
You
Anyway.
gotta. Did you see what happens when they go into the mech? I mean, he
Did-
gets a booty bump. He
Yeah.
gets super thighs,
That's
and
it.
then he strikes a pose. I
It's-
saw
it's-
that. Did you
can
see
we
the pose?
talk about the
Absolute-
pose? The pose was. It was the first
That-
time I ever looked at it, but his hand was like it was in a Mr. Universe a contest. No. He had one arm like this and the other one was pointed down, but he was doing a
and a toe flex. You got the toe flex
Oh,
to
man.
emphasize the calves and the thighs.
It was amazing.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It really was. So
That was
He
his.
formed-
That was his secret power.
that's it. It's the posing. It's like
Mhm.
the guy from Doom Patrol. So they form Blazing Sword, and more battle ensues.
Did anybody catch the name of that final move?
Yes, I did.
It's a shadow
Um,
something or other.
Shadow Flare.
Yeah,
the name
shadow
of the
flare. I don't think there's a flare.
There was
It's
no
more
Two
flare.
like
words
It was-
that I
shadow.
never saw. I just wanted to make sure because those
Uh-huh,
are two
yeah.
words that are never supposed to go together.
It was a minigun.
And Shadow's
was
flare?
it was a minigun. It was a
Yeah.
minigun.
Mhm.
That's all it was. It's basically
It's just been shadow
it's just-
gun.
like this is all it was. It was rapid fire. So
As he was posing.
that's it.
Yes.
It's like now in
You gotta look cool while doing it.
ultimate attack, Shadow Flare. I thought it was going to be some because everything kind of got like dark, like it was going to. I was like, oh shit, there's going to be some deep. No, it was just a lot of bullets, really fast. That's all it was. And then Kaiser dead. So Kaiser
Flare.
literally he's skewered, like there's in his chest. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. And that's it. Kaiser's dead. They win the day. But don't
Is it
forget to
Shadow
pick youth
Flare?
up. Shadow
Mhm.
Flare.
Shadow-
Shadow.
Is not Shadow Frail?
Not a Shadow Frere. No, it's or Frail. No, it's
Frail.
Shadow
Yeah,
Flare.
it should be Shadow Frail. You got to reverse it. Which we all said we have to do. We have to
I
reverse
know,
it. So
man.
it's Shadow Frail.
I think Flare was clear enough that it was supposed to be a
Mhm.
flare. Like a solar flare. See, they thought they were being clever. Like it's like a solar flare, but it's shadow.
But it's Shadow.
Right? It's dark.
Anyway, guys are dead. So don't forget to pick up Utah, though. She's down there like, don't forget me. And she reminds you that you still owe her a shit ton of money, which is absolutely incentive to save her and not leave her there.
Mhm.
Look,
Right?
honestly
Not leave her in
speaking,
the middle of nowhere.
other than the fact that she's from Zalem, I
Yeah.
would have shouted out Shadow Flare again and took her out.
Hey, how much is that bill for? $1,500. Oh, man.
That's
Shadow
one way to get rid
Flare.
of that.
Shadow Flare.
I would have
Anyway.
shot her my damn self. 5,000? Yeah.
And then the credits roll, and that's the end of the anime. And
Yeah.
guys, we did not spare you a detail.
Nope.
That's the anime. Like they
Everything we're missing is because it's missing in the show.
yeah. Do you feel like we missed a plot point? It wasn't in the anime, we promise. I don't know what to tell you guys. I do have, of course, a mindless musing, because why wouldn't I? In my usual, everything is Macross. The villain Kaiser is played by Norio Wakamoto, who also voiced the mayor in Super Dimension Fortress Macross. He also voices Vega, M. Bison in Street Fighter. All of it. He's M. Bison, which I thought was cool as shit.
Oh.
You know, I thought for one of these days you're gonna say that somebody who's doing this voices like Go, not Go from Macross, but like one of the Andrades, somebody like that. I'll be like, oh man, that's cool.
It'll happen. It's gonna happen.
He was in Friday
Nobuyoshi
number 12.
Nobuyoshi Habara is the key animator and mechanical designer for this. He designed the ship and the mech and all that stuff, and it was really cool. And he also worked as a key animator on Super Dimension Fortress Macross. So everything is Macross,
Macross.
as I say. But that's really kind of it. Like a lot of these guys are mainstays. They worked at AIC, and a lot of these voice actors have been in a shit ton of stuff. So this was a stacked deck, but it also was not great.
A full
I
one.
don't know. Yeah, not a full. There you go. It's a stacked
Look,
deck, but it wasn't a full one.
We really got to find a way to get one of those voice actors to do an interview with us so we can find out what the hell are their agents telling them when they say, hey, listen, don't just read these words. I need you. I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, when do you realize that this may not be the script for your voice?
You don't know. I'm telling you right now, as a voice actor, you don't always get your scenes in order. It's not like they animate a film in order,
Right.
right? So you don't get your scenes in order. You get come in, we're going to do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. You're going to record lines depending on how big your part is. You're going to record lines for scenes. They're not necessarily in order. Some of them aren't even finished. Sometimes it's just outlines or storyboards and you're just doing voices to it. It really depends. In Japan, a little more, you see finished animation because they generally animate before they do the voice recording. But it's not like it's all finished in order. You don't animate scene 1, then scene 2, then scene 3. You animate the easy shit first. You say, we're going to have the team A animate scene 1, scene 17, and scene 35. And we're going to have animation team B animate scene 10. And they all work at the same time. And then when that shit's done, you come in and you record your lines. You have no idea. No idea what the finished product's going to look like, if it's even in order.
Right? You could be recording, something that happens in the first 5 minutes. You could be recording something that happens in episode 20.
Absolutely. And only if you're like lucky enough that the director is good enough or kind enough to explain to you your motivation in the scene and what's happening to you in that process, only then do you have an inkling as to what's coming or going between the scenes you're recording.
I would like to say for the record, you just saved us a whole interview. Never mind. I'll the motherfuckers.
It's a fascinating thing. It really is. Anyway, so yeah, that's Ladius Le Deus.
So I got some fun stats for you.
Do it.
Since I looked it up while we were discussing everything.
My man.
So apparently it did get an English release in the UK on VHS.
No shit.
That is English.
So that is that apparently that sub was the basis for this one. The video rip for this one was actually a Domesday duplicator rip from Laserdisc, which means it's raw video from a Laserdisc.
Sure.
Which is why the quality was actually really good.
It wasn't bad at all.
And they went with the original subtrack with minor corrections here and there as needed.
Interesting. Okay.
So, I mean, it's not often we find, I don't think we've done a fan sub, but not often we have this level of stats for a fan sub.
No, we certainly don't. All right. Well, guys,
and it's actually a recent fan sub as well.
Is it really?
Yes. September 2025.
No shit. I'll be damned.
Look. They had Vic said it came from a laser disc, and Vic was like, "Ooh, sexy."
No, actually, okay. To be fair, watching it, considering I know it hasn't had a release since the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the quality, it's like, well, I know it wasn't VHS.
No.
Even though VHS
DPI on that. Ooh,
huh?
Sexy.
Hey, yeah, look, VHS man. Ripping has gotten really good, but it's still subpar to Laserdisc.
You want to throw shade all you want, but I thought the same thing, Brian. I looked at it, I was like, this is not a bad picture considering what this is.
So yeah, it's Japanese Laserdisc with essentially corrected UK subs.
It's a wild piece of work. We should do some final thoughts on this, though. I feel like we really need to. We talked about the anime, but I think we need to now talk about the anime. And I'm gonna. I know none of us had seen this before. I knew this was fresh to all of us because we decided before we started watching it. So we talked about that. So we'll just start. I'll just kind of go clockwise. We'll start with Vic. Vic, since you had some notes on it, let's start with you, man. What did you think of this?
Oh, it goes down the path of some other titles where I say wasted potential. Some of the animation was really good. A lot of the water effects, like when they're skimming across the water in the ship, the animation was really good. Other times, the animation quality was subpar. In the opening, when you initially see the characters, it was like 3 or 4 frames per character, with their wind waving and they're just sitting there. It's like we just said earlier, it's disjointed. It's like it felt like there was so much missing. And there is nothing else. I can't find. I searched while we were discussing, so for the past 40-something minutes, and it's like I don't know if there's, an original manga, light novel, short story, anything.
Right.
I haven't been able to find anything on this.
Facts.
So it's like it felt like if it was a more fleshed out world, because character designs were actually not bad. it's
Yep.
typical high OAV 80s, late 80s, early 90s quality.
Mm-hmm.
The mecha design was actually pretty good, at least for Le Deus. There was so much going for it, and it's like it never delivered. And don't know if it's, production issues, if Toho pulled the plug on it, if they were, planning for more and animating for more and then got, told like, oh no, you're just getting whatever you have now and that's it. Don't know. And it sucks because it seems like if it were fleshed out, it would actually be kind of interesting. So it's one of those, if you've got time to kill and nothing else to watch at the moment, it's probably worth watching, but I don't know if it's worth going out of your way to the Internet Archive to look it up.
All right. Brian, you're next in my clockwise dial of screens
Fair
here.
enough. Well, I actually also did some research of this, and I'm actually surprised that you guys weren't able to find the information that I was. Clearly, your internet is out because apparently the reason why it was so rushed is because these guys, it was released in 1987. This is the same, this subsection also animated G.I. Joe the movie. So they actually went to...
Wasn't that Sunbeam Productions?
Huh?
Wasn't that
Let him
Sunbeam?
cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him...
I was in. Let's
Well, I said I ain't got time to figure out. I ain't got time.
They didn't
I
have
will
time to tell you the story, so
Right. Look, I can say I've been searching for an anime that allowed me to actually just turn off my brain and watch it and enjoy it, and I found it here.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Am I ever going to watch it again? Probably not. Probably not. It's like Vic, it has so much potential, but when you've dropped the ball so much times, the only thing I can hope for is they remake it into something better. But other than
You see,
that,
this is a good idea for a remake because there is
called
very
it. I
little
agree.
to the public. It's like, yeah, it's
Is
a
right.
good.
it's a
It's a
blank
good IP
canvas.
to do
It's
that.
like this could literally be a Netflix series, kind of like anything that any of your Netflix anime that you're seeing, and then
Sure.
actually making a series. You have your Indiana Jones
Right. You get your
appeal
treasure
to it.
hunting. Yeah.
You got your mech appeal to it. You can really figure out how the ribbon got made. It could be a whole damn series. They came from his sister's petticoat, and he just
Whatever.
took it and
Ribbon time.
infused it with adamantium, and that's how he got the ribbon.
I would accept anything over I just wear this around my wrist because I thought it was decorative and now it's ribbon time.
Right.
Like,
So,
Maybe he had carpal tunnel.
I'll
Maybe
take
it's made
anything.
out of Rido.
I will take anything. Maybe it's made out of Rido. Maybe. It could be a really neat plot point, but we'll never know. I agree with both of y'all
never
on that. This is ripe for a remake. If you were going to take an IP and you didn't want to have to spend a lot of money on character development, you don't want to
right.
spend money on design or anything, it was like, just take this. It's like, we're just doing more of this. Just do it.
Yeah. No need to remake Ramna. Ramna's
Yeah.
good. This is the one you should remake.
Yeah, this could absolutely. All right. So, Brian, do you feel like Vic talked about it? Do you feel like people should go through the trouble of trying to watch this? Should they find it? Should let them come to them? Like, what's the deal?
I would actually say you could see it.
Yeah.
I would actually say this is one that there's nothing truly offensive about this one.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say, I would say there's nothing truly offensive about this one. They do a lot of good things right, but knowing this, please don't try to convince me that this was on the level of Akira. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
definitely not. Yeah, they're not trying to sell that.
Right, and to tack
it
on to
is.
Brian's offensive thing, this is one of the few OAVs that I recall watching from that time frame that did not include gratuitous nudity or gore.
True.
Right.
Loaded. Yeah.
So I know there are some people out there where they're put off by that kind of stuff, and this contained none of that.
None. There's no
The
SA.
only
There's
weapon
no yeah.
is ribbon time, and a
Yeah.
hand gets cut off. That's it.
Yeah. There you go.
A mech hand. A mech hand.
A mech's hand. Yeah. So
Well, what's his face got pierced, but it wasn't like showing you the piercing. It just shows you with
yeah,
His-
him a little bloodied, and that's it. It wasn't like a gory
Yeah.
sequence. Like
not even. Yeah. It was.
it
You're
wasn't
not wrong.
Andy Geist or Guyver or anything like that.
You're not wrong, guys. This is very middle of the road as far as like, extremes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Brian, thank you. I appreciate it. Lynette, you're up next.
This to me felt like it was an anime series that they told them to pack a go bag for, right? Really, that's really what it was. The house is on fire. Pack it in a go bag. Take only what was important, and just go, get out. And I feel like everybody said, it has so much potential that whoever's listening out there,
Yeah.
I think someone should find it and figure out how to actually complete the story.
Yeah.
Because that to me is
Not
and-
complete it. Make the whole fucking story.
Right?
Not complete it.
Fill it
Make
in.
the whole-
Fill it. We gotta find out more. We gotta figure it out. Even if you make it up, it'll be more than what we got in this anime. But it was visually pretty. When the mechs came out, when his mech came out, I was like, "Where have you been this whole time?"
But giant space fish's butt.
He was working his way through the intestines, and he got dropped the deuce. So
So I was like, seriously, I was sitting there going, "Y'all are in this little bubble car, and you had this dude just hanging around."
actually,
Really?
that's the one part that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because to get back in him, he has to get eaten up again. So he has to work his way through the intestinal tract just for him to drop a deuce. And
Yeah, you know what?
So that makes perfect. That made perfect.
So yeah,
sense.
they need.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
I
on,
I
get
Lynette.
feel like they do. Now whether or not someone should go, I feel like this for people to watch it, I would recommend watching it. But hunt for it? No. I think this would be equivalent to. Do you remember back in the day when people would leave like those happy painted rocks in random
Yep.
places, and when you find
Sure.
one, you're supposed to pass it forward and do that? Well, right now we are placing a happy rock somewhere. There you go. If you find it, go watch this. That's how I'm gonna
Don't
recommend
The
it.
rock. Do not
Right.
lick it.
Don't lick at the rock. But go find this. Go watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Now, if
It's
there
a
are only
fun
some kind of archive on the internet to find this at.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So here's. I agree. Like I agree. All of this. Is absolutely. We're unanimous on this.
I was
It is-
scared. I was
It's
scared.
missed potential. It's missed potential. It's
It
one of those things where, you know what, like you said, if only there was some archive of like internet data that you were able to like find this on to like pick it up to watch it. That would be so convenient for people. But unfortunately, that just doesn't exist, So what are you gonna do? The it is just a sea of missed potential. There's a few things that this reminds me of. This reminds me of Plastic Little, which Brian had alluded to earlier, in the sense of it's a short piece of anime that's well done, that has a lot of big ideas about what a science fiction story could be, and maybe wasn't given the opportunity to flesh those out fully. I will say Plastic Little has a far more cohesive story with an actual beginning, middle, and end and like a plot, but this has bigger ideas. Like it wanted to be so much more than what it was. And to play on Lynette's idea of a go bag, it wasn't a go bag. I figured it out. They weren't paid to animate this. They snuck into the studio under the cover of night, and they only were able to animate for a couple hours a night. Then they had to get out with the janitor crew in the morning. and then all of a sudden there was a finished anime waiting for the studio. They're like, oh fuck it, let's release it. Like that's what
I don't, that's where you're wrong. They never got a chance to finish. Someone found where they hid it
that's
all.
it.
And they're
Before
like,
yeah,
go turn that
What
in
should
real
we-
quick. And when the guys
should we
showed
do
up the
with
next
this?
day, it was
Yeah.
already on VHS.
and they're like,
I was-
son of a
I-
bitch.
I am going to kick myself because I actually was trying to. I was actually trying to figure out: has there ever been another IP where to call the mech, you just scream out its name, and then I was like, "Oh shit, fucking Big O!"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's it. Big O.
So I was like, "This is a cross between Indiana Jones, Big O, and."
You're not wrong, right? You're not wrong. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out if the people that worked on that had seen this. You know what I mean? Like art influences art.
Mhm.
It also reminded me of Legend of Lemnir, because Legend of Lemnir was a short piece of anime, gorgeous, beautiful animation, high concept science fiction, shallow execution. Like again,
Right,
Lemnir's
right.
story was horribly disjointed, didn't make a lot of sense. Silver, gold, the fuck is all that? We didn't have time for any of that. And this is the same problem. It's high concept, but low execution. They just couldn't stick the landing. They had too many ideas, too many fires going, too many things cooking at once, and they couldn't. Are we a mecha story? Are we a treasure hunter story? What are we doing? And because of that, it just got very disjointed and unfinished, and it's too bad. Because-
stick the landing accurate? Because
They
it
didn't.
doesn't.
I mean, they didn't stick it. I don't feel like they stuck it. I mean,
No.
I mean, it feels more like an avalanche of ideas, as opposed to any type of rhythmic. There we
Is
go.
it-
Rhythmic gymnastic.
rhythmic
My bad.
gymnastics, women
I'm taking it
time.
back. I'm
So
taking it
they,
back. My bad.
It's like someone scripted out an entire series and grabbed a page of each episode script, threw it together, and
Yes.
here you go.
That's exactly what I was about to say, Vic. It feels like we've gotten 10 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes here, and they're all from a different episode in this 12 to 20 episode season that needed to be made.
Mhm.
And the information that fills in those gaps is probably really interesting. Here's a headcanon for you. I'll just make it up. The reason he had them call Pudu is because he knew he was going to need Le Deus, but Pudu had swallowed Le Deus. So he was waiting. He needed time. He couldn't use the mech before when he needed the mech because Le Deus had been swallowed. So he couldn't use it. So he had to wait for it to drop a Deus so he could use Le Deus. And it just so happened that's
Hey.
when Pudu had finished its cycle. And the
Look,
timing was perfect.
if your keep calm and dropping deuce, we're gonna have issues.
So
We're gonna need
if-
that on the show, Brian.
that's
I would
all of
actually have
this-
to say maybe change the title. I don't think anybody. I could just imagine somebody walking into a comic convention or any
guys
type of
watch
anime
Le Deus?
convention. Go.
God,
you
there are
go,
some people
"Who
that
are
would
you?"
say that, would they?
Have you guys seen this new show? Le Deus is awesome.
Like
why they call it
this is-
Ladius.
Look, if you notice, he said that it was the only other translation was in England. He didn't say it was translated in French.
But it's oh man. So
Yeah.
it is an unfortunate product of its limitations. It had a lot of high hopes and it just couldn't deliver on them all. And it's too bad. It does feel, I forgot which one you guys said, it does feel like it's a bunch of different anime rolled into one thing. And I think that at this point was a hindrance. This is not a cohesive story. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. The stakes don't exist because when the stakes cave in, even the hero doesn't give a shit about the end goal. It's like, that's fine. I'll figure out a different way to save my sister's life. No big deal. The calmest thing possible. His
Right.
entire motivation crumbled in front of him, and he's just like, it's fine. So
And he's not even doing this from I'm attracted to the girl.
not even,
No.
yeah, it did at all. And solid.
Because
I'm
there
into
wasn't
that. Like,
any. Yeah.
that's
that-
great. I'm
that's-
fine with that. She wasn't hypersexual. No, she was hypersexualized. I mean, there's a whole scene where she's in like this weird tiny top thing with I don't know. But she
Well,
wasn't
you should see the cover for
hypersexualized.
Laserdisc
She
and
was
VHS.
she was sexualized, but not like hypersexualized. But that's the whole thing, right? Like the character is not like the love interest isn't there. It's literally
Mhm.
Just a group of
so
people.
credit where credit's due. This had a lot of good ideas. It really needed more episodes to pull it off. Unfortunately, not more runtime. God, no, not more runtime. It needed more episodes. I did not need a 2-hour version of Ladius. I need a 12-episode arc of
Full
Ladius.
season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because 2 hours of this at this pace, I would have slit my wrists.
They would have had more songs. They would have just filled it with more montages.
No, the prison
Honestly.
scene would have been like 45 minutes long on its own.
How does she get in a trance? I don't know. Where did he get the room from? I don't know. What are these priests? Where do they come from? I don't know. What's the backstory on the Rido? What's with the fucking tree? None of this has, what is a poodoo? What is a poodoo? Does it have eyes? Like, there's no,
Obviously, it has a
Nothing.
butthole.
Yes.
anyway, it's an interesting piece of anime. It's an interesting piece of animation history. I don't think you would be disappointed to have seen it. But you might just leave with a lot more questions than you probably should have. But
Now, Vic,
anyway.
Vic, you mentioned that you had heard about this title before.
I've heard about it, but that's literally the extent of it.
Are you sure you've heard about it, or do you think this is something kind of like a Sinbad was in a Sinbad? Sinbad was in a Shazam
This
movie.
isn't a Mandela anime, man. Come
No.
on. I will.
No,
you
I
know what?
recall because it was in a lot of Laserdiscs that I was attempting to win, and I didn't
Oh, the
win.
lots. Yeah. So you know what this is? This was ripe for this anime. This was ripe for, and y'all were there. The 90s when USA would air or Sci-Fi Channel would air anime at 2 a.m. This is ripe for
Right
that.
for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it wouldn't even need to be
Oh,
censored,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, this
They
was
could have
ripe
just
for
aired it
that.
just
This
as is.
the thing you would flick on the channel in a half sleep stupor, and you just be like, wow, that looks cool. And then you'd watch it. And if this would have been on that, I think this anime would have had a lot more notoriety behind it because
Mhm.
it's better than MD fucking Geist. It's just,
We can say that. We can 100% say that.
it's just
Oh my
really
God.
random, So
I
it
would have
is,
lost money. I would have lost money.
it's a unique little piece of animation. Yeah. If you could find an archive of internet data that housed this for you to stream, it'd be worth your time. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's gonna do it for our show today. So until next time, keep calm, and when all else fails, drop Le Deus.
You've just been privy to the mindless midlife
take it.
musings of the anime nerd, presented by Geek
Please
Grotto.
tell me that's the way
For
you
show
were gonna
notes
go
and
with.
corrections, or for general
No,
geeky
I-
fun,
the
you can
Deus
visit
thing
our
didn't be a thing
website
till
at
Lynette.
geek-grotto.com. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, please like, follow, and subscribe.